नमस्ते फ्रेंड्स, मैं माधव। आज इस वीडियो के माध्यम से आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट माय जर्नी हियर एट सीबीयू, केप ब्रिटन यूनिवर्सिटी। मैं आशा करता हूँ कि आप ये वीडियो एंड तक देखें बिकॉज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस इन दिस वीडियो। आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द academics here at CBU. I'm going to talk about the prevailing job situation here in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And I'm also going to discuss about how is it that I got my job here in Sydney. So first of all, what is it that I'm doing here right now? So I'm studying a course. It's a 2-year course in supply chain management. We've got a total of 12 modules in this course, out of which 11 are academic and one is my internship. The way I have structured it is that I want to complete all of the 11 academic modules in just 3 semesters, and then I want to leave the internship for the end of 2020. And after that, I'll be done with this course. And now, why is it that I chose supply chain? Right? The reason I chose supply chain is because I have this firm belief that supply chain is the backbone of any organization. Right? Now we talk about different types of industries, right? We've got continuous process industries, we've got seasonal industries. Now when I talk about continuous process industries, we're looking at refining, petrochemicals, steel, right? We're looking at cement, these type of industries, which run 24/7, 365 days a year, right? Now, when these industries, these are big on supply chain. They have a heavy reliance on supply chain. And supply chain is something which has tremendous impact on the profitability of an organization. This is my personal belief, right? It can make or break an organization. It is the backbone of any organization, right? एक और reason है. This is another reason why I chose supply chain. Because I've seen people work in this field, and this is a field where you are in touch with the grassroots. This is very important for me because I want to stay associated with the grassroots throughout my life, right? I want to know what is happening at the basic, at the very at the very grassroots. That is extremely important for me. There's another thing about supply chain. What we are studying here, it's very practical. Whatever you study here, you're not going to forget that after the examinations. That is my personal belief, my personal experience. For example, in my first semester, I came here in April 2019 for the May intake. In the May intake, we had accounting, we had statistics, we had management information systems, and then we had supply chain management, right? Now, if I talk about accounting, the things we learned in accounting, I am an engineer. I never studied accounting before. This was the first time that I was studying accounting. And I did not know whether I would score well in this subject or not. Because I had those things that, I am a science student, I never studied these commerce subjects. But I scored 91 in accounting. And what is it that they're going to teach you in accounting? They're going to teach you how to read balance sheets, how to make and read balance sheets. They're going to teach you stuff about income statements, right? Statement of retained earnings, those type of things, which are extremely relevant for you. Whenever you reach a higher position in an organization, you should know how to do these things, right? You're the vice president of an organization or the president of an organization. You're going to deal with these things on a daily basis, right? Now, in addition to this, they're also going to teach you stuff like how to calculate the break-even point. Tomorrow you want to open a business. Say you want to open your own, you want to take a franchisee of Subway. You should know what your break-even point is, right? How to calculate the break-even point. How many units should I sell to achieve X profit, right? So that is your target profit analysis. These type of things, very practical things. things that you're never going to forget in your life. The notes that I have for this particular subject, I'm going to keep them in my life, throughout my life. I'm never going to throw those notes. I will never throw those notes. They are so valuable for me. Now, this another thing that I want to discuss over here. I want to talk about the prevailing job situation here in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Getting a job here in Sydney, it's difficult right now. See, it depends. आप किस semester पे देख रहे हो? In summers, it's easier to find a job here, but after that, it's very difficult. In summers, it's easier because students they migrate from here. चले जाते हैं टोरंटो चले जाते हैं. They go to Halifax, all these bigger cities, because वहाँ पे they make more money. So it's easier to get a job in summers over here. I got a job at Walmart here, and it was not easy for me to get a job. You know, as I've mentioned before, I came here for the May intake. That was my first semester. And during the first semester, I had never had the time to apply for a job because number one, it was a short semester. There was a lot of workload on us for us, and we were 100% focused on our studies. पढ़ाई पे ही focus था हमारा पूरा. I started applying for jobs from the month of June, July. And I got the job in October. So you can imagine it's not easy to get a job here. Some people they find a job really quickly, but for others it can take a little while. And it also depends on where you're applying, right? At this point in time, there's a tremendous mismatch in the demand and supply. The demand, when I talk about demand, I'm talking about the number of jobs, vacancies. And when I say supply, I'm talking about the number of applicants. For one position at Walmart, there are more than 500 applications, or maybe more than 1,000 applications. It is incredibly difficult to get a job, especially right now. Like, abhi December, today is 27th of December. And the last recruitment that Walmart initiated was in the month of October. That is when I got the job. So all in all, I've been here in Cape Breton for 8 months. And in these 8 months, I'm already done with 2 semesters. And I got a job at Walmart, where I'm working right now. Now, working at Walmart, why is it that I chose Walmart? मैंने Walmart में काम करना क्यों prefer किया? A lot of students, they work at Tim Hortons, they work at Subway. I never had the inclination to work at Tim Hortons or Subway, but I wanted to work at Walmart. And the reason is because the retail sector, I personally had that inclination to work in the retail sector, right? And I wanted to begin from the very basic. I wanted to begin from zero, from scratch, right? I got to learn a lot. In the 1 month that I've been with Walmart here, I've learned a lot from my managers, from people who've got three decades of work experience. Just by being with them, and you get to learn a lot. I am working as a sales floor associate at Walmart, and what I enjoy about this job is that it's not monotonous. I get to do a lot of different things here. For example, on the 25th of December, the store was closed for Christmas. We did the entire stocking for the store to prepare it for the 27th of December. 25 और 26 तारीख को बंद था store. We handled the entire, our team, we worked tirelessly. पूरी stocking करी हमने पूरी. ठीक है. Sometimes they'll assign you to do zoning for a particular department. At Walmart, we've got all kinds of different departments, right? We've got small appliances, we've got houseware, we've got health and beauty, right? We've got automotive, we've got hardware, we've got electronics, We've got pantry, we've got deli, we've got meat, we've got all these different kinds of departments, fresh foods. They will assign you a particular zone. They'll allocate you a particular zone, and उसकी पूरी zoning आपको करनी होती है. ठीक है. कभी कभी they'll assign you as a cashier, you know, for a specific period of time. They might even ask you to be the greeter at the store doors, where you have to check the receipts, you have to see that there's no theft happening at the store. So it's a great learning for us. They can even assign you to handle the site to store, wherein you handle the online deliveries, right? So when a customer comes to the store to claim the order, you are supposed to go back to the back rooms. You're supposed to locate the order, bring it down, ensure that everything is intact, and deliver it to the customer. Those type of things. तो अब मुझे जॉब मिली कैसे? How is it that I got this job? First of all, when I started applying for jobs, I applied online and I also applied offline. And when I talk about applying offline, I mean to say that I visited each and every store. I dropped my resume at each and every store, right? And then there were very few calls that were coming from the employers. So what I realized was that I had to reformat my resume. I had to improve my resume. And for this, what I did was I took the guidance of my professors. I showed them my resume and I sought their guidance. And they guided me. They told me that, Madhav, this is where you're going wrong. This is how you can improve. This is how you should structure your resume. This is how you should format your resume, right? They guided me for each and everything. And this is what I suggest you people to do when you come here to Cape Breton Island. क्योंकि our professors, they got, उन्होंने खुद ने इतने नौकरियों के लिए अप्लाई किया है. वो आज जहाँ है वो ऐसे ही नहीं पहुंच गए यार. अपने देश में भी उन्होंने, there are a lot of professors here from Iran, from all different countries. अपने देश में भी उन्होंने काम किया है और यहाँ भी काम कर रहे हैं वो. तो उन्हें पता है कि रिज्यूमे कैसे बनाना है. ठीक है, तो उनकी गाइडेंस आप लीजिए. टेक देयर गाइडेंस. दे विल ऑलवेज गिव यू सम वेरी गोल्डन पॉइंट, गोल्डन टिप्स कि आपको किस तरीके से रिज्यूमे बनाना है. एंड आफ्टर आई इम्प्लीमेंटेड दोज थिंग्स, आई गॉट द जॉब एट वॉलमार्ट, राइट? सो ये चीज़ बड़ी एक काम की मैंने की थी, जो आप भी करिए, मैं सजेस्ट करता हूँ. उनकी गाइडेंस लीजिए आप, वो आपको बताएंगे कि किस तरीके से आपको करना है काम. ठीक है. इसमें एक और चीज़ मैं ऐड करना चाहता हूँ कि जैसा मैं वॉलमार्ट की बात कर रहा हूँ, हियर इन सिडनी, नोवा स्कोशिया, people who can't find any job, people who have applied at Walmart, at Home Depot, at Canadian Tires, at Tim Hortons, at Subway, at Pet Value, all these retail outlets, और कहीं भी उनको नौकरी नहीं मिलती, तो उनका फाइनल जो एक ऑल्टरनेटिव होता है, दैट इज टू ड्राइव अ टैक्सी. There are two taxi operators. One is Citywide and the other is Dynasty Cabs. So then they drive taxis because they can't find a job anywhere. तो और यहाँ पे सिडनी में सबसे वन ऑफ द बेस्ट जॉब्स अगर देखा जाए तो वो वॉलमार्ट ही है, क्योंकि वॉलमार्ट टेक्स केयर ऑफ इट्स एम्प्लॉइज हर तरीके से. आप दे शेयर देयर प्रॉफिट्स एट द एंड ऑफ एवरी ईयर विद देयर एम्प्लॉइज. The only condition is that you should have worked with them for 1 year. They give you, if you enjoy yourself while working, they'll give you paid holidays, paid leaves, those type of things. So Walmart, and then you get 10% discount on each purchase. तो incentives बहुत है Walmart में काम करने के लिए. तो यहाँ पे Walmart की नौकरी बहुत अच्छी कंसिडर की जाती है और इसीलिए घुसना इतना मुश्किल है Walmart में. ठीक है. अब मैंने काफ़ी चीज़ें ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर ली हैं कि यहाँ पे एकेडमिक्स जो है वो प्रैक्टिकल है. ठीक है. नौकरी आपको किस तरीके से लेनी है यहाँ पे. अब अपने resume पे आप focus करिए. Make sure that it is very very that the way you format it. Don't overload it with too much of information. Keep it precise, keep it concise, keep it to the point. And what are the responsibilities that you handled in your previous job? Mention those. Get some volunteering experience here in Canada. I forgot to mention this. I also did some volunteering here, and after that, I added that experience in my resume, and I got a job at Walmart. So that was also one of the, uh, you know, one of the things that helped me get the job here. अब यहाँ की अगर मैं सिडनी नोवा स्कोशिया की बात करूँ, केप ब्रिटन आइलैंड की बात करूँ, as a student when I was prior to coming here in Canada, when I was in India, I was contemplating all these different options. I had all these options. I could have gone to Ireland. I could have in Canada. I could have gone to Toronto, or I could have come here. So I'm glad that I came here. This is a beautiful place, Cape Breton Island. You will notice that the kind of living that the living standard that people are enjoying over here, it's incredible. सब कुछ है यहाँ पे, किसी चीज़ की कमी नहीं है. I've lived in Delhi and I've lived in NCR, National Capital Region. When you talk about the outskirts of Delhi, this place is totally opposite of that place. In NCR, population आपकी इतनी ज़्यादा थी और हर जगह खिचपिच थी, ठीक है? There were very few retail outlets. But here the population is less and there are bigger retail outlets. The scale at which these retail outlets are operating is huge. Whether I talk about Walmart, whether I talk about Home Depot or Canadian Tires. Sydney, Nova Scotia, it's a very small town. But उस जगह पे भी इधर लोग इतना पैसा खर्चते हैं इन रिटेल आउटलेट्स में, तो ये अलग ही चीज़ है मतलब. और सब कुछ है यहाँ पे. In India, things like having clean air was a luxury for us, right? To have 24-hour uninterrupted water supply was a luxury for us. We used to have power cuts in India. Here, there's none of that stuff happening here, right? So there's everything over here in Sydney, in Cape Breton Island. Everything. I mean, you got the roads are fine. You got all the basic amenities. Property is very cheap over here. So before coming to Canada, I invested in commercial properties with my family. We invested in commercial properties in India. The money that I invested in India, even if I liquidate that amount and I take 40% of that amount out, 30 to 40% of that amount, I can live a great life over here. Property is not expensive here. You can buy a house here for under $100,000. Below that, you can buy such good houses. यहाँ पे सब कुछ है. It's a beautiful place. You're in the lap of nature. आप एकदम नेचर के बहुत करीब हो. हवा बहुत साफ है. Water is very pure. Everything you got. कुछ चीज़ें कमी नहीं दिखी मेरे को यहाँ पे. तो मैं पर्सनली ज़रूर यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करूँगा. इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस. अगर मैं यूनिवर्सिटी की बात करूँ CBU की, तो मैं आई डोंट रिग्रेट कमिंग हियर. It was one of the best decisions that I have taken. And आप इधर आओ, मतलब अगर आपके पास ऑप्शन है इधर ज़रूर आओ. यहाँ पे पढ़ाई भी अच्छी है. यहाँ पे हर चीज़ अवेलेबल है. किसी चीज़ की कमी नहीं है यहाँ पे. तो इसी के साथ मैं ये वीडियो एंड करूँगा और मैं आशा करता हूँ कि मेरा ये वीडियो आपके लिए हेल्पफुल रहा हो. ठीक है, आई होप दैट दिस वीडियो हेल्प यू इन 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 सर्टेन वे। और किसी भी तरीके का अगर आपको क्वेश्चन है तो आप मेरे को प्लीज़ कमेंट करिए, आई डेफिनेटली आंसर दोज क्वेश्चन फॉर यू। एंड और डिटेल में अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मैं कुछ डिस्कस करूँ तो आई डिस्कस दैट ऑल्सो फॉर यू। और बहुत बहुत थैंक यू मेरे साथ रहने के लिए, एंड गॉड ब्लेस यू, थैंक यू सो मच।